Link!
Oh, it broke!
Rhett! Link!
Oh, it's cold and nasty.
Oh, come on, man.
That's gross,
It's
man.
so good.
And then we push this in here. It broke.
You see how the tomato just
We were like, oh, wow. It's amazing. Stevie, you did a great job.
Yeah.
Did that feel awkward for you?
It was good. It was good.
Look, I got a tomato seed on my beard.
Price is Right.
Price is Right.
That's what
Price
we're
is
gonna
Right.
Pull up a chair, Stevie. You're gonna have to be a part of this now. You're.
Come on.
We rarely make you do things, and now that we have, we're going all the way. You're gonna be part of the Good Mythical More.
Pull a chair up right here in the middle. Thanks for doing that.
How did Eddie? You froze the tomato in the, and that was your idea.
That was your idea?
How does that idea even happen?
Just like freeze something. I was like,
You were like freeze
Well, because
something.
we have that fake poop in my office, and I was like, no, we need to go further than that. And so I said, freeze something. That was a good choice, I think.
I knew he didn't like tomatoes. So
Hey, I gotta tell you, you could do that.
And then who knew that it would break open like an egg, and then we would consume it as a part of the wheel.
And I think that could be like at a really famous restaurant. They bring it out and the chef comes up, the waiter comes up and drops it on the table, and then you scramble for the tomato. The first person to take a bite out, gets a free meal.
Gets to take a bite out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frozen tomato. Did you watch Price is Right every single day?
As a child, yes. Did you?
I did not.
Did you ever watch it?
It would be on like in the background of different places that I was at that time, during the day.
But like my babysitter, like in grade school, Miss Dean, she had a wart on her finger, and every day when I was waiting for my mom to pick me up, she would tell me to try to pull the wart off of her finger.
Your mom would or the teacher would?
Not the teacher, the babysitter.
Did you try?
She was an old retired woman named Mrs. Dean. You remember her?
Yeah.
She was mean, and she was very old.
What happens when you try to pull the wart
She
off?
was like 80. She looked old.
But what does it come off?
And she had no pain, no feeling in the wart. And we would sit on the swing and wait for my mom to pick me up.
Hold on.
And she would
just
say,
you and her?
"Yeah, just
You're pulling warts with just one-on-one.
One-on-one." Is that weird?
Yes.
Did you bring it up or did she bring it up?
I would like probably I don't remember, but I would mention the wart, and then she'd be like, "Try to pull it off."
Add this to the long list of weird things that adults, interactions you had with adults.
It's
as a
not
child.
appropriate, is it?
No.
But it was on her finger.
I understand that. It's not. I wouldn't say it's inappropriate.
If she was my grandma,
it's just weird.
If she was my grandma, it would have been like, that's a funny thing you have with your grandma. But she was.
But did
babysitter.
did it pass the time? Like you'd be sitting there and you'd pull the wart for like 15 minutes?
Yeah, and I would pull
She
it.
didn't
I would
wanna
like
talk to you.
I would dig my fingernail into it and really like try to pull it off.
You're
like,
joking.
No. And she had no feeling in it, and she was amused by it. Or something.
No one knows about this. And she's dead now, right?
She's dead now.
Yeah.
You could have actually pulled it off though.
Oh, I pulled many a wart off.
I'm
An
a
old
little
woman's finger.
I never thought about it as something that was like not appropriate, but now that you're like making me process it, I'm like,
It's not appropriate. Okay, if your son
I would
came home,
yeah,
and he was like,
he wouldn't go back.
I hung out with my teacher or whatever today, and for 15 minutes while I was waiting for you, I tried to pull a wart off her finger
Because she asked
me to.
That's a good point.
You'd make a phone call.
I'd make a phone
You'd
call.
be like, all right,
it would have 3 numbers in it.
Lando
A 9, a 1, and a 1.
told me something kind of interesting. He said,
Yeah.
you asked him to pull your wart off.
Right.
Explain that, you know?
But then what would happen next?
That's not appropriate. He's not staying here anymore.
Yeah, of course.
I never told my mom that. I never told anyone until right now.
Sue, the woman that you gave your son over to as a child asked him to pull a wart off her finger.
Well, by the way, this is the woman who, when she picked me up from school, she had that long Monte Carlo car with 2 doors, but it had like, the doors were like huge, like wings on like a Leviathan or something. And then you'd get in the back seat, and I put my hand out the window, and I thought I was being cool. I've told you this story. And like I hung my hand out the window and like grabbed the roof of the car as we're driving away, and she had automatic windows, and she saw my hand out there, and she rolled my hand up in the automatic.
You didn't hear it coming?
It was like, yeah, it was cracked about that much, and I had my hand out, and so she was like, and I was like, oh, and she laughed, and she did not relinquish the.
How long did it go? The whole ride?
A few seconds.
You should have put her finger in there with the wart and
the
rolled
wart.
the window up. That would have gotten rid of it.
But every day during the summer, we would watch The Price is Right religiously. And then we would eat lunch, macaroni and cheese, every day.
There were other kids there, though.
Other kids were there. And then she would take a nap and make us take a nap.
Other wart pullers.
She would make us take a nap while she took a nap.
That's weird, too.
We weren't in the bed with her. But we would watch The Price is Right every single day.
I would say for my entire life, if The Price is Right was on and I was watching TV, there was a 90% chance I was going to watch it. Because of the time of day, what else was there?
Right, it's 11 to noon.
I got to say that I'm not interested in the new version. I don't watch the Drew Carey version. I think he's a funny guy. I just.
But you never had a relative or a babysitter who watched it, and you didn't either.
Yeah, I'm not adding a lot to this conversation. I'm sorry. I never watched it. But
You
have
never pulled a
glitter on your
wart?
face.
What was your favorite game show?
No whammies.
When Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was at its peak.
Regis.
Yeah. That was exciting.
That doesn't count.
That was prime
Really?
time.
That's prime time. Prime time.
You never watched like
Yeah, give me some options.
Double Dare?
Oh yeah.
That's a kid show.
Nickelodeon shows.
Guts?
Yeah.
Those are good, but they don't count either.
I'm thinking, what's that one with the no whammies, no whammies?
That's still Price is Right, isn't it?
No whammies is
Plinko.
ooh, what is that?
Peter Tamarkin was the host.
That y'all hadn't seen that? No whammies. Listen,
That's an old show. You wouldn't have seen that, but I used to.
I watched
I used
the
to
heck out
watch
of that.
like
No.
I watched all the retro game shows.
We can't think of any
Press
other
Your Luck.
game shows.
Press Your Luck.
Do you watch Family Feud?
I would watch Family Feud over Price is Right probably.
All right, players, this is what you've all been waiting for. The big board, over 80,000 in cash up there waiting.
This is
I would-
old.
I would watch reruns of this.
Or what's the one with the pyramid?
$25,000
Yeah.
pyramid.
Whammies. Both Tammy and Whammy are up there looking to take away your money.
What? Tammy and Whammy.
No whammy, stop! Stop it out.
See, it had a cartoon that came across, and then your numbers went down.
Big bucks, no whammies, stop!
We need to
Or
bring back
Jeopardy.
whammies.
Jeopardy. I would
Wheel
watch.
of Fortune.
Yeah.
I mean, those are prime time too, but they're
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
Are they?
7 o'clock isn't really prime time.
Here's my question. Why, on Wheel of Fortune, you turn it on tonight, guys, why do they yell? They're yelling at the board. The board's not listening.
The contestants?
Yeah, the
Because they're
contestant-
excited. You go on Wheel of Fortune
They
and
don't.
don't yell.
They're not excited. They're
I'd
instructed.
like to solve the puzzle.
They're instructed to yell. They're instructed to yell at the board.
Are there any R's? That's what I did.
It's like I think because when it started, there was a person behind the thing. No, it was Vanna. They were yelling at Vanna.
Hey, Vanna! I'm interested in some R's!
Can I buy a vowel? They still yell, and it's all electronic. Vanna does nothing. She does a
Oh.
lot less than you did today.
Vanna does
Yeah,
something.
that's true.
You did
Well,
a
she
lot
does
today.
about the same as what Vanna does.
Lightly touches it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she just hovers over it.
She doesn't even fingerprint it.
Yeah.
She's from Myrtle Beach.
We're going there, huh?
That's what my mom says
All right,
every time
so-
you bring up Vanna.
All right, so
She used to back
Wheel
in
of
the
Fortune
80s.
or Jeopardy?
Better show?
No, do your choice. If you had to watch one the rest of your life
Ooh.
and no other show, which one would you choose?
Jeopardy, without a doubt.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah. I would do
Educational. You know, you'll learn something. You can become the smartest person in the world if all you do is watch Jeopardy.
Yeah, it's not a good.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that they both have lasted so long and they're so different. I guess I would choose Jeopardy too, but I'm really fond of Wheel of Fortune. Group of pill pushers.
You know what? We should start a Twitter hoax that Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune got canceled. You think that's been done before?
Well, Pat Sajak's Twitter account was canceled.
Yeah, he was kicked off Twitter. He was too funny. I'm serious. He's got an incredible Twitter account.
And it was
Very
deleted.
funny, but
It was
it's deleted.
Group of pill pushers. That's the funniest Wheel of Fortune guess in the history of
All right, this has been great.
guesses. Great work, Stevie.
Thanks,
Oh,
Stevie.
thank you. Thanks.